Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a special bonus reading for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Virgo, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Virgo, I hope that you're doing well. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we begin. Someone recently tried to impersonate me on TikTok and stole some of my videos, posted them as their own under a different name. I've since blocked them, but I just wanted you to keep yourselves safe. All the official links to my Instagram and my TikTok and my Buy Me a Coffee are in my description box. Those are the only 3 things that I have, and anything else is not me. So I will never reach out to you first for anything, unless I just make a comment in somebody's video, another tarot reader that I like. It's pretty much it. If you are interested in getting a personal reading from me, then it is up to you to visit my Buy Me a Coffee page, where you can find the listings for that. But all of these YouTube videos are free. So I just want you to keep yourself safe, keep your money safe, and just be aware that there are people out there that are just stealing content and just lazy, you know? Takes a lot of work to make these videos every week, and so it's just absolute laziness, and it's very bad karma. So yeah, so that's that. I did a mini meditation right before turning on the camera for your reading, Virgo. I just needed to recenter myself, I think, from the last 2 readings that I did. And I saw a very specific image that may just resonate for one person out there, but I saw someone playing with their dog, and for some reason, the image of the person and the dog kind of melted away, and all that was highlighted very, very clearly was their snout. So their little nose part, the boop part, was highlighted like very brightly in my meditation. So you could have a dog and that could be relevant to you, like something up with their nose or I don't know. But it also kind of suggests to me that we're sniffing out something, like when we think about a dog and their nose, it's more of a investigative kind of action on the part of the dog. They're smelling things that they don't understand, and so they're kind of trying to decipher the source of that smell, right? And so there's something here related to you and your reading about something. It's not to say that something smells fishy, although that phrase just came up in my mind, but it's like being on the hunt, sniffing something out, because another, you know, then you have those pigs that sniff like where truffles are and stuff. There's something about it. There's something, it's like getting to the bottom of something, or you just kind of using your intuition to suss something out. It's very, very strong with you right now. So take it as it resonates. We're going to be using 2 decks for your reading today. The Elemental Oracle for the overall energy, and the Way of the Panda Tarot, which is such a beautiful and fun deck to use. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Angels, spirits, guides, what messages do you have for Virgo, please? Thank you. Number 30, which reduces to a 3 in the major arcana, alluding to the Empress energy, my favorite energy in the tarot. The Empress, the power of all 4 queens. She's the divine feminine energy. This doesn't matter what your gender is. Divine feminine energy is something that we all have. They'll have divine masculine and feminine energy. And she's the master attractor. So she's so confident in herself that she can just attract things to her vibration. And the card says bravery, oceans. Bravery, oceans. So we can see here there's this a little bit of a balancing act on your part right now. You're balancing on top of the whole world. You know, I've been seeing a lot of things about, I mean, I think we have all been seeing a lot of things about oceans and bodies of water lately, just given our chaotic weather phenomena happening throughout the world that involve oceans, whether they're typhoons or cyclones or tornadoes or hurricanes or droughts, even, whatever it is. But with oceans in particular, we've been seeing a lot of that on the news. And it's hard to remember because we always look at a map from the point of view of land. But if you were to look at the earth from the other side, where there is barely any land, it's the ocean makes up so much of a percentage of our earth that it's truly, truly frightening. It's because we can feel so small with regards to the size of our oceans and how critical they are to our survival, to our thriving on this planet. They're everything, right? They influence everything. And so this word bravery here would suggest to me that Virgo has been traversing great, I want to say emotional distances, because we are talking about water, has traversed great emotional distances to be in the place where we are today. But it's been a balancing act. And Spirit is showing me that highlighted dog nose again. There's something about that sense of, maybe your sense of smell is just really strong right now, but it's this sense of something afoot, something going on. You're becoming more privy to day by day by day. Gonna get 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards for clarifier, past, present, future, and advice from Spirit. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. All the cards are on the table. Start with the past energy. Page of Wands in the reverse. And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So, just a little background. A typical tarot deck is 78 cards. The first 22 cards are called the Major Arcana, and they represent the archetypes of human experience, the myriad of things that a person could potentially go through in their lifetime. The rest of the cards are called the Minor Arcana, which represent the actions and circumstances that you and I can experience in the earthly plane. There are 4 suits: Pentacles, Wands, Swords, and Cups. Those all correspond to not only elements, earth, air, fire, water, but also astrological signs. So when I say, oh, this is a Major Arcana, it's simply talks about the fact that your spirit guides, the divine spirit, is heavily influencing something going on in your circumstances right now. Because we have free will, we do our things, we make our choices day by day by day. But ultimately, we have a path. And spirit is trying to help us to recognize what our path is, because when we come to this lifetime, most people don't know what that path is. They figure it out for themselves, and some people never figure it out. You know, what is the meaning of life? What is the meaning of my life? So I don't know why I needed to say all that, but here we are. The Page of Wands is one of the court cards. So each suit goes from Ace to 10, Page, Knight, Queen, King. This is, in the upright, this card talks about somebody who is curious to explore the world. They want to start something new. They have a lot of gumption and a lot of excitement that fuels their action. They don't necessarily know if something's going to work out, if it's a good idea, but they're just kind of following their instincts and exploring something unknown to them. In the reverse, which is how you got it, it's kind of telling me that there's some fear of trying something new, because maybe it just didn't feel like the right timing. For some of you, I feel as though this is a relationship. There's somebody in your midst that could have been a potential, and you just, maybe you were too busy with work. Maybe you had a situationship that you were still trying to close, something like that. I feel like there was something new that was coming in as a potential, but there was something lingering that you hadn't really closed out yet, and therefore you didn't feel as though it was a fortuitous time to start something. Wheel of Fortune talks about divine timing, good luck, good circumstances. Ill-timed. I'm going to clarify on that. What did I tell you? The Lovers in reverse. Yep. Thank you, Spirit. Damn. See, it still surprises me when I get confirmation from Spirit. I don't know why, but I'm just like, oh, okay. Yeah. The Lovers, number 6 of the major arcana, Gemini energy. You could have been dealing with a Gemini or have Gemini placements in your chart. The Lovers talks about divine partnership, divine union. It can also talk about a choice point. This card is in reverse for you. That's 2 major arcana already. We're only 3 cards into your reading. Wasn't the right timing for this partnership. Still some things lingering. Whenever we see umbrellas as well in the tarot, it can represent divine protection. Maybe you felt as though this person didn't really feel like the one, Spirit just said. Well, in the present energy, I think you're going through something right now, Virgo. The Devil card. Major Arcana number 15, Capricorn energy. Devil is nothing to be feared. I get the Devil card all the time in my own readings. It annoys me, for sure. But Devil card just talks about fear and how that fear manifests itself depending on your circumstances. So Devil card energy can look like workaholism. It can look like codependency. It can look like addiction. The devil traps the lovers. Another way of putting that is the devil prevents. Oh, it's presents. I wanted to say prevents, but I said presents. The devil presents a skewed view of the world. And therefore, when we're in this energy, it's hard for us to make good decisions. Right? Let's just take workaholism, because that seems to be, workaholism is real. Workaholism can end you, right? You work too much, it can have a whole bevy of chronic issues, chronic stress. It can cause you not to eat well, not to sleep well, and then you get high blood pressure, and then we know what the next step is, right? That's workaholic. That can all stem from workaholism. So we want to take that as seriously as we would take alcoholism or any other addiction. Workaholism is also about like this feeling that you're not good enough and that you can never do enough. So if we take an example like workaholism, it's this sense that while we're in that state, we're not going to be making the right decisions for ourselves and our health and our well-being. Why? Because we're exhausted. And we can't make good decisions when we're exhausted, when we're not thinking clearly, when we're not connecting to ourselves. Spirit's giving me this example. So I made a really big blunder at work like last week. Well, technically it was at the beginning of the month, but I didn't find out about it until last week. So I have to file all these reports for work, and I had been traveling, and then I was trying to cram so much work into literally the space of 24 hours. And I wanted to finish by midnight of the day of the first of the month. Now, no one said that I had to do that. Not a single person expected me to have those reports done at midnight on the first of the month. No one ever does. No one has ever said that to me. If I get it on the 3rd, that's too long, but the 2nd is okay, right? So this rush to just get things done, be on top of it, start the next day with a lot of gusto or whatever, I rushed and rushed and rushed. And I made a calculation error, a pretty large one, because I had previously been in like a town like 1,000 miles away and was on a plane and traveling and hadn't slept and etc., etc., etc. Lots of excuses, but I was tired. And I didn't double check my work. And the world didn't end, right? It's just that, number one, I had to be held accountable for it, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. Number two, my lack of thoroughness in my exhaustion was caused an inconvenience to a couple of other people. And that I can't deal with. That sends me into literally a spiral because I've let someone else down. If I let my own self down, that's one thing. It shouldn't be that way, but it is. But the fact that I let other people down, because that it just literally, I'm still thinking about it. Spirit's literally giving me the story to tell you, to exemplify the fact that we think that we are under this pressure to perform, to produce. And in that pressure, we could actually be working against ourselves. Right? It's now they're telling me to look at this picture again. If the world is turning underneath her feet, if she goes too fast, she could end up in the water. If she goes too slow, she could end up in the water. There's this balance that needs to be executed for you right now. This even-keeledness that might not be happening for you, Virgo. And that is very disconcerting because you're an earth element. You pride yourself on being grounded. But we're not dealing with the ground, we're dealing with the water. has to do with feelings. It has to do with emotions, love, perhaps. It's clarified by the Knight of Wands. See? Knight of Wands, super impulsive, super flash in the pan, by the seat of our pants. We're gonna break in here like with a lot of gusto. We're gonna make such an impact. Right? The Knight of Wands, I always say that, I say this in other readings as well. The Knight of Wands to me, as a reader, is the most unreliable knight. Because he's just very, he's moving too fast. He's not appreciating the smell of the roses, right? He's not stopping to smell the roses. And he could be karate chopping them. There's no subtlety. There's no subtlety to the Knight of Wands. There's no subtlety to either of these cards. It's almost like you trying to, because the Knight of Wands is clarifying the devil. It's almost like you're trying to like karate chop your way through figuring out your fears. And Spirit is cautioning you because you can't phone in your spiritual enlightenment. You can't just be like, oh, I sat and meditated for an hour. I'm good now, right? I'm settled, I'm grounded. Like, no. It takes diligence, dedication, consistency for it to work. Because it becomes a life practice, not a fad. Can I get a clarifier for the devil, please? Damn. Virgo, I am with you. I don't know what Virgo I'm talking to, but I am sending you a lot of love. 3 of Swords is the heartbreak card. It's the hardest card in the deck. Look at him. I mean, he's just a little panda. The swords going in his back in the book that you see here, I always like to think of that book as a narrative that you told yourself, or a narrative that someone implanted and you believed. There has to be forgiveness, because maybe you're now realizing like things are collapsing in that narrative. They're imploding. This is like my gesture for imploding, and it's absolutely causing like a spiral energy. We're spiraling because it's shocking, because it's unexpected. There's a lot of pain here, Virgo. Please reach out to professional help if you need it. Please reach out to your community, your soul tribe. Start to raise your vibration one laugh at a time. Be with your friends that make you happy. Allow them to help you raise your vibration, and let somebody in. Let somebody in. This is so strong that I'm gonna burn some Palo Santo right now to clear the energy from you. Both cards are in the upright, which shockingly is good because it means that you're moving through it. You're moving through this. We're clearing this energy for Virgo, please, Spirit. We're clearing this energy for Virgo. Things are looking up in the future, though, if you stay the course. It just, Spirit just said, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Yeah, it's almost like you fell in the water and you got back up And now you're trying to balance again, and Spirit is saying, just keep swimming, just keep going. Because your future potential, Knight of Cups in the upright, King of Pentacles, this is your energy. This is really beautiful, this earth energy. The Knight of Cups, there might have been somebody, right, from the past that we said no to, wasn't right, timing wasn't right. In the future, somebody authentic, somebody beautiful coming in with a gesture of love or friendship, somebody with an authentic offer, one that you can trust, one that feels right, one that feels easy and good and soul fulfilling. So much so that you're just going to feel like this King of Pentacles, that you are surrounded by love and community and abundance. That's what the King of Pentacles is all about. This is your future potential. It's beautiful. Can I get a clarifier? This Knight of Cups. Wow. Okay. Wow. This is definitely a love reading for somebody. The Lovers and the Two of Cups in the same reading. Now this card is in reverse, Two of Cups. This talks about divine partnership, but it also talks about the connection between you and your higher aspect, you and your soul. These two pandas come together as equals. So whoever this is, they're going to be your equal, not just, I mean, I'm not really talking about status, but we could be talking about that, but it's more about like energetically. But the card is in reverse, which is giving me something to contemplate here, because I think there's going to be a little bit of hesitation again on your part. Is it the right timing? I've just been through this BS. I'm wounded. I'm broken, the Spirit is saying to me. This is what Spirit is saying to me that you're saying to yourself. You know what this looks like? It looks like self-sabotage. There's somebody wanting to offer their cup to you, and there's this potential of you rejecting it again. The first time, though, I feel like it was warranted. This time, though, they're like telling me, you're gonna feel so great, though. Again, it's your choice, but this is, why are we watching tarot, right? To just get some insight. It's like, be brave. What is the bravest landscape that we can traverse? It's the one of love. That's the bravest one. I don't care if you climbed on the side of mountains like one of my cousins. My cousin, both of my cousins are super brave and slightly crazy because they're so brave. But like, one of my cousins has literally been on the side of a mountain in Nepal. Like, he has literally been in the landscape of landscapes. And he's coming to my mind right now because we asked him, why? Why are you doing this? Why are you risking your life? For what? And he said, for him, it's the closest to God he's ever felt, to the divine. Because when you're hanging on the side of an icy cliff or on a mountain, it's just you and that 3-centimeter grip on that cliff. That's it. Between you being on the earth and you not being on the earth. And you just have to focus on the present moment. That's what he's so wise. He's half my age and he's absolutely so wise. And this is what Spirit is talking to me about right now. Because it could be kind of like a cliff here, right? And remember, please, that when somebody offers their authentic love to you, it requires that person to be brave too. You're not the only brave person. That person has to be brave to approach you. Because here you are, a King of Pentacles. Am I good enough to approach a King of Pentacles? That person had to get over their own insecurity as well. What is advice from Spirit? Hanged Panda in reverse and the King of Swords. This is the Hanged Man, Major Arcana, number 12. I always forget. This is Virgo energy. You showed up in your own reading. Virgo and Pisces. This is the card in the upright. A change of perspective. But Spirit is saying, you have all the perspective that you need. You don't need to like isolate yourself out anymore. Also, to trust yourself. Virgo, Virgos I know, they know how smart they are. They know how smart they are. They know how capable they are. The King of Swords, this is Gemini energy, but it represents a divine masculine who is an expert in their field, who knows what they think, who knows who they are, who strategizes. The Spirit's advice to you is like, just rely on what it is that you know, kind of almost empirically, about yourself to help you make the decision. It's almost like you can trust yourself. You can trust yourself. I'm gonna get one more. I'm telling you. Ten of Cups. Bliss. Happiness. Fulfillment. But I'm gonna leave you. I saw 32 on my timer when I said that. But I'm gonna leave you with this to contemplate. Spirit just gave me a song. Whitney Houston. Didn't we almost have it all? You're gonna live your life how you're gonna live your life, and nothing I can say is gonna change that. Whatever you do, don't live with regret. That's all I'm saying. Whether you accept this new person or don't, whatever, do not live with regret. That's your reading, Virgo. I hope that it resonated. If it did, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Virgo.